So it's the $135 Deepcool Gamerstorm Castle 240 RGB. Any good? Let's check it out. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to take a look at the Deepcool Gamerstorm Castle 240 RGB and see what it's capable of. So it retails for around $135 on Amazon, and let's dive deeper and see what it's made of. So if the name didn't give it away already, it has RGB, and it has on the pump and the fans that can go directly onto your motherboard by a 3-pin 5V ARGB header, or you can use their included proprietary connection that is SATA powered, and you have a controller that will conveniently be in the case, so you have to do all your settings so it is done, so you don't have to open up your case and mix with it a lot, or maybe you want to do it. It's all up to you. And so this cooler supports like every socket out there for both Intel and AMD. And for AMD, you can cool your Threadripper with this one. It has support for it for up to 250 watts. And on Intel, it supports up to 165 watts TDP. Now let's dive deeper into all the components here and see what we have. So the pump has RGB. It is a pure copper block. It is using a 3-pin connector, and the life expectancy of this unit is 120,000 hours, and it runs at 2,550 RPM approximately. So the radiator is no thrills at all really. It is 27 millimeters thick, and it is made of aluminum. So then we have two 120mm ARGB hydro-bearing 4-pin PWM fans, which runs at approximately 500 RPM to 1800 RPM, and its airflow is 69 CFM or cubic feet per minute, and its life expectancy is 40,000 hours. So the noise level for these fans are 17.8 all the way up to 30 decibels. Depends on which speed they're running at, of course. So now let's see how this CPU cooler performs on my Ryzen 5 3600 testbed, which is on an MSI B450 Tomahawk Max 2 motherboard, 1TB SSD, and 16 gigs of RAM, and a GTX 980 Ti and a Corsair RM750X, which is most of that won't matter at all. But I'm going to run it bone stock configuration with no BIOS tweaks. Everything is at default settings. And then I'm going to go into BIOS and I'm going to set a little tweak to the CPU to run it at 4 GHz at 1.25 volts, which is what most people should be able to do. I mean, it's not an extreme tweaking, just a quick and dirty one, but it's rock solid. So let's go over the results. So in conclusion, this CPU cooler is really good. It keeps my Ryzen 5 3600 under 60 degrees Celsius during a stress test in IDA 64, and it's looking pretty slick like this. It's kind of unique and stands out, but what I don't like is these proprietary cables. So if you don't have an extra 3-pin 5V ARGB header in motherboard, you have to just live with their proprietary connectors and extra wiring, which can be a big turnoff in the sense of cable management. So I both do recommend and do not recommend this cooler. I recommend it because of its performance and its capability of keeping your CPU cool. But when it comes to the RGB, I mean, I like the design of this cooler, but if you don't have an 5V ARGB header on your motherboard and don't necessarily have one that is as using it as a controller for the rest of your RGB stuff in your system, you have to go with the proprietary connectors, and the cabling then can be quite long and a lot of extra cable to manage in your case. So it comes down to personal preference and what you already have. Or if you don't have any RGB in your system at the moment and just want your CPU cooler to be RGB, then go ahead with this one. It will do the job for you. And it will look good as well. So that's it for this time. I hope you have enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.